Online Big Blue will bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, Halloween is officially over. Oh, we had fun at the Online Big Blue house. Halloween's always a good holiday at this place. We enjoy Halloween thoroughly. But now it's time to get back to work, and let's start talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have a fondness for Tampa Bay in my heart because I did spend 2 seasons working for the Buccaneers. So while I am Giants through and through, Big Blue through and through, I'll always have a fondness in my heart for Tampa. And well, let's just take a quick look or assessment of the injury report for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We know Chris Godwin's going to be out with the fractured thumb surgery. Carlton Davis, the defensive back, was limited practice. He's questionable. Davis, their defensive lineman, is also questionable. And Leonard Fournette, who is still dealing with that ankle, is also questionable. What's his name? David, the linebacker, was a full practice. Evans was full practice as well. Limited practice. So I mean, there's outside of Godwin, the team is fairly healthy. As for the Giants, let's see here. CJ Board looks like he's still out. Adrian Colbert looks like he's going to be out. Darnay Holmes was limited this week with a neck injury. Of course, Mr. Tay Crowder is on the injury reserve with the hamstring, so he's out. Dion Lewis was a full participant this week with the ham injury, and Darius Slayton was limited again this week with the foot injury. So really, both teams are fairly healthy going into the game. It's a good thing that Godwin is going to be out. I'm not liking the matchup, but the only problem with Godwin being out is they still have, of course, Antonio Brown's now going to be in the game, Scott Miller, Mike Evans. You still got Gronk. I mean, you still have Ronald Jones II running the ball. He's got over 500 yards at 4.6 yards a carry for 4 touchdowns. You have Tom Brady. We don't have Tom Brady's number anymore. It's like the old girlfriend. We lost the number for Tom Brady. We lost figuring out how to beat him. Why? Because we're not any good right now. It's just plain and simple. We are a bad team. They are a good team. Do we have an opportunity this week to stick it to Tampa? I've been sitting here trying to figure out over and over again what we could potentially do to beat Tampa. What our game plan could be. And I've said it week after week after week. We need to throw for under. I mean, like I've said it a billion times. Daniel Jones, if he throws for over 20 times a game, we're not going to win. I'm going to have to go the exact opposite with this Tampa team because the Tampa defense is an excellent defense. They are not a bad defense. They are a good defense. You put Adama Sue and Jason Pierre-Paul and the linebackers that they have, and you still have Antonio Winfield Jr. on there, and you have Barnett, you have Devin White. Yeah, I mean, you got David, the other linebacker. They are a team, again, that can come after you. And I'm concerned with Will Hernandez going out if that side of the line is either going to totally disintegrate. This is going to be an interesting game because I am curious to see if that line is going to totally disintegrate without Will Hernandez, or are they going to improve with him not in the game? Because I have said this before. I think a lot of the issues that the Giants have had have been because of Will Hernandez. Let's just think about this for a minute. Nate Solder's first year, while not great, was still good. Will Hernandez, that was his rookie season. He had an up and down year, but he had a good year. Nate Solder regressed exponentially in year 2, but so did Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez is having a terrible season, but so is Andrew Thomas. So I am curious to see exactly if some of the issues on that part of the line may not completely be the fault of Andrew Thomas, but have some issues with Will Hernandez. Now listen, If you watch the film, Andrew Thomas looks slow off the ball. He looks like he's very slow reacting to the to the edge rush, to the guy looping around the edge. I mean, it's scary if JPP is going to go up against him, because he has a plethora of speed rushes and different swim moves and everything else. I just keep laughing when I use the word plethora. Would you say I have a plethora of gifts? Yes, El Guapo, you have a plethora. Now, if anyone can tell me what that movie's from, I should give you a coffee mug. But I am concerned that if he's going to abuse Andrew Thomas. But I'm curious to see, like I said, if a lot of the issues have been Will Hernandez. It will be hilarious if all of a sudden the Giants line on that side just takes off. And then we look at it like, oh my God, maybe it is Will Hernandez is causing all these issues. But how can we beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Very simple. Maybe their bus won't show up to the stadium in Tampa. Maybe they'll get a flat. Maybe someone will drop an iron on Tom Brady's foot. I don't see us winning this week. And I'm trying to be upbeat, and I'm trying to look at the roster, and I'm trying to look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team objectively and saying they are just good on both sides of the ball. And I am worried about the Antonio Brown signing and him playing. And I'm worried that they still have Mike Evans, and they still have Scott Miller, and they still have Gronkowski, and they still have a running game. While I think our defense has played well at times, we can't lie, the defense is still having a very difficult time getting off the field on third downs, and we're still getting gashed by too many runs in the middle. Which I don't understand, because the middle of that line should be our strength. And we have to thank the stars above for Blake Martinez, because Blake Martinez is just kind of gobbling them up when they get to the second level. I mean, we just have to say how. I mean, he's got 73 tackles in 7 games, 45 solo, 5 tackles for losses, and 5 quarterback hits. I mean, he's also got the 2 sacks. He's got a fumble. I mean, we would be lost without him. And same with, what's funny, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but same with Logan Ryan. Logan Ryan's already got 44 tackles, 33 solo. He's already hit the quarterback 3 times. I mean, he's played well in spurts. But I'm looking at our defense compared to their offense. I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing the matchup. And then I look at our offense compared to their defense. Wayne Gallman's finally going to get some opportunities this week. Evan Ingram, like I said, had the big game against Tampa last year. So did Daniel Jones in his rookie season. Will Daniel Jones have the old Tampa magic? I want to say yes. My heart wants to say yes. But like I've said this before, I always get in trouble because of the fact that I sit there and I want the Giants to win. Plain and simple, I want the Giants to win. And a lot of times I get in trouble because of the fact that I go by my fan instinct. And my fan instinct says they're going to win. We're going to win. We are going to stick it to Tampa and we're going to win. But then the analytical side of me looks at this from an outside perspective and says, there's no way in hell we're going to win. I hope it's a good game. I hope we have a good showing. But like I said, I cannot say this week that the Giants are going to win. I think we're going to lose 28-10. I think Daniel Jones may show some more life, but I don't think it's going to be enough to push us against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sorry I have to say it, but I'm just going to say it just as it is. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you can subscribe, if you ring that bell, you know what that means, that'd be awesome.